today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I like this shirt, but Disney does not.
You were at Disney World. Did you get through the gates?
They looked me up and down and said, unfortunately, we can't let you in.
Slut shaming.
She was asked to cover up for wearing this sexy top.
She's like, you can't board the plane.
I can't go anywhere where I am not having heinies shoved in my face. I see it all the time.
Don't look at it.
Clothing is power for women.
Nobody's attacking anybody's character.
They told her to kill herself. Andrea, you say you're just really sick and tired of seeing women showing so much of their body, so much of their skin. It bugs you. Why?
Well, I practically feel harassed, Dr. Phil, because I can't go anywhere. I didn't see in the package as much as what I see when I'm moving about in my community. I would tell you.
Well, we can't show some
I know,
of it,
right?
just FCC-wise.
Exactly. Y'all can't even show so much of what I see when I'm roaming around. Whether I'm going to the grocery store, whether I'm going to just shopping in general, wherever I am, I can't go anywhere where I am not having heinies and bazooms shoved in my face, in front of children, people, even young women's parents. I can tell they're with their parents, senior citizens. And I feel like just because you can doesn't mean you should, because you do move about society, and it's just gotten completely out of control.
All right, now, Nicole, you make no apologies for what you wear, what you show at all. What's your thought?
My thought is, this is my career. I do wardrobe styling. So when women come to me and they ask for this glamorous, desirable look, I'm here to empower them with their clothing. And there's really no better gift than when a woman comes back to me and says, I felt so confident on my bachelorette, or I felt so confident when I was out with my girlfriends because of the clothing choices that I chose for them. Clothing is power for women.
These are some of the things that you wear.
Yeah.
Anything there that's a bad choice?
To me, no. I mean, I'm usually posting this, to inspire the generation that follows me. These are women who are 25 and up. My age range is really 25 to 45. So these are the women that I'm inspiring. And to me, no. I mean, I've been out. These were on my bachelorette weekend in Miami. So again, I'm not wearing these to brunch or around families or things like that. But again, I am wearing them when I'm with my husband or with my girlfriends out enjoying a weekend.
Okay. Is this office attire?
Absolutely not.
Things are situation specific, right? You wear something to the beach that you don't wear to the office.
I'm looking at some of these dresses, and first of all, you are absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
I adore what you're wearing, and I think you are as sexy in what you're wearing right now and as desirable in what you're wearing right now.
Thank you.
As you are in this picture here where they had to blur out your chest.
Yes.
Now, if you're wearing that out in public.
By the way, we didn't blur that out. The FCC says we have to blur that out. And,
So,
I just want to say, we're not passing a judgment. We're just following a rule.
Don't worry.
Right. So you're wearing this out in public, and even though that's not an office attire, I don't consider that appropriate in public.
Okay.
I think that's the kind of thing that you should wear around your own home, because I think society shouldn't be forced to look at someone's breasts. And even if you're not at the office, you're giving away a lot in these pictures. And while you're stunning, to me, I don't think the rest of the world should be forced to see that when you're out in public.
So that picture is obviously blurred out, but in person, you could not see anything. I had covers on over that, so absolutely no part of my actual breasts were out.
And your cheeks? Over
Yes,
there?
my butt cheeks were out
So your
there.
hiney hangs out
Yes.
in public.
Well,
okay.
I was in Italy in that picture. So again, I think the norms over in Italy are definitely a little bit different than what we're seeing here. So again, I stand by everything I wear. I think that's a beautiful dress. I mean,
Okay, let me ask the audience here. Any reactions to this?
Hi, I'm Layla Keo, and personally, I think that women shouldn't be over-sexualized just for what they wear, and I feel like women should be given the freedom of choice, and no one should be looking at her thinking, that's too sexual, she can't be in public. I feel like women should have the freedom to wear whatever they want, whenever they want.
Okay, but hang on, Layla. She does wear it because she wants to be looked at. Right, you said you want to be desirable.
I didn't say that. I said my clients come to me and want glamorous, desirable looks. Honestly, my body is for me. It's only for me. It's not for other people to gawk and stare. That's something that we're taught at a very young age. Don't point, don't stare. So, I mean, I wore this suit and I've been around men all day. I've had no one look anywhere but my eyes. So
because you're covered. And to think.
Well, hang on a second.
Okay.
But I want to learn here because you say that your clients want to look desirable and attractive, right?
Yes.
Now, define attractive. The root of that word is attract, as in attention. So are they spending the money and the time to put all of this on so people don't look at them?
Well, they're doing it to feel good about themselves. That's overall what I've been hearing from feedback.
Are they not wearing this to draw attention? I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Even if they were, to feed into this, even if they were doing it to grab the attention of the opposite sex or whoever,
or
that's
other women
okay.
who say, wow, look.
Exactly. First of all, in fashion.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No,
I'm just
I'm not saying you are either. And I think honestly too, in fashion, you'll also hear women dress for other women mostly, because sometimes men just don't understand
that's
it.
why I said women.
So
I got to jump in here. As a woman, I have never dressed for another woman a day in my life.
But I'm also saying in fashion, you hear this. I dress for myself. I dress for no one else. Let's make that clear. No man, no woman, no one. I dress for myself always.
Yeah,
always.
But I got to jump in here because it seems like a contradiction.
I'm not contradicting myself.
Because if you're putting the notion out there that and you and your clients are dressing a certain way so that you can showcase the side of you, so that you can look desirable. You've mentioned multiple times you want to look desirable. That people
What's wrong with
let me
looking desirable?
get my thought out.
Nothing.
No, let me get my thought out. Her desirableness, her ability to be attractive is dependent on what somebody else views them, and on the basis only of their physical being.
But
I want to follow up on this audience member who had a good point there. She said that nobody should look at a woman, no matter how sexualized her outfit is, in a sexual response. But that's to defy biology. You know when you're wearing an outfit like this, what you're putting out there.
You can't just say, just because she's wearing something like that, she wants all the male attention. It's a false statement.
Guys, it happened. I got dress coded at Disney and I was told to leave or get a shirt. So now we're getting a shirt.
I didn't do it on purpose. I like this shirt and the shirt likes me, but Disney does not. And I didn't have a problem with it. People have their opinions, people have policies. This is it. Sorry if I offended you guys.
Okay, well, Nicole, thank you for being here. So you were at Disney World, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and how far did you get?
Not far.
Did you get through the gates?
Nope. I went to go scan my ticket, and they looked me up and down and said, unfortunately, we can't let you in. Your shirt is not allowed here. You can either buy a shirt, or you can go back to your hotel and change.
Did they give a reason? I mean, was it that
There wasn't a direct reason. I knew there was a dress code. I didn't know exactly what the dress code was until I was dress coded, and I wasn't told until I posted it on social media that the reason was because it was a tie front, it was a safety hazard, that it could either get undone and flash a kid on a ride or get stuck in the ride.
So how ugly did this get in slut shaming?
Within an hour, it received thousands of views, thousands of likes, and people were so quick to assume that I was doing it for the attention, which I wasn't. I was very confident in my outfit, and same with what Nicole said, it wasn't for anybody else. I mean, I was going out to dinner with my family.
Who were you with at that time?
I was with my family too. So, I mean, I'm a very traditional Filipino household. We respect each other, and I respect myself, and people on the internet took to their assumption that.
What did you think would happen when you
What
said
about other
that?
people's feelings? You know, I have to disagree with the term slut shaming, because it basically says that anybody who has a problem or a concern with somebody's, private parts hanging out there, is anybody who expresses a concern with that is doing something wrong. Nobody's attacking anybody's character to say.
They told her
there's
to
an
kill
appropriate-
herself.
we haven't. I hadn't heard that, but I'm
hadn't
talking
heard it
about
now.
in general the term slut shaming.
Yeah.
The idea that if anybody expresses a concern about how somebody's dressing in public, that it's literally sexually provocative. Let's be honest about what these clothing items do. They're sexually provocative, and to tell me just don't look at it when it's out there for the world purposely to see. Why should I have to turn my head? Why should a mother with her children out there in public have to try to avert their eyes from a woman who's got her sexual parts out there?
Do you find that where you have to avert your eyes offensive to your sensibilities?
I find it provocative, sexually provocative. I
that's
do. And that
It's
Personally, I
subjective.
personally would
Family.
wear that to Sunday brunch with my family. I mean,
But
I
you
was with
know
my
there's a
family.
dress code at
and I've already
Disney
said
World.
that I have concerns with seeing young women running around in front of their families with this. I find it inappropriate.
Should you be fashion police for her?
Define
Should you
fashion police. I
Should
don't
you
tell anybody
determine
how to
what
dress.
what she wears?
No, I don't believe in laws. I don't believe in me controlling what anybody else wears. What I'm talking about is what I would hope a discussion would lead to is I'm hoping for a return to societal norms of modesty, because I feel like this is disempowering to women.
Yes. What do you want to say?
We've talked a lot about what it means to dress in a way that feels desirable and that feels attractive. And I think we've seen from all of the women that have spoken today that feeling desirable and feeling attractive does not come from external validation and what other people think, but it comes from a much more internal level. And there was something that was said about women being sexualized, and I 100% agree, women are over-sexualized. However, the solution to fixing that problem is not telling women to cover up, but telling everyone else to stop sexualizing women because of what they decide to wear.
We are in a world where what you say is not necessarily what they hear, but you're not going to bring about change. You're not going to bring about autonomy if you give your power away to the people that are distorting the message.
Yes, and we're putting all of our eggs in the sexual agency basket and sexuality and saying, like, if I can wear what I want, then we're going to have equality. It's like, that's not how it works.
Well, it's not putting all your eggs in one basket, because if you look at just that one thing, then okay, you're looking at just that one thing. But if you read body language, if you listen to even a few sentences from somebody,
Right, you know there's
then
more.
you begin to pick up a lot of other cues. These
But
are these are two very confident young women. They're very well spoken. They're very up to speed on what's happening in this area. So you can't talk to them for even 5 minutes and not realize that
I completely agree
these
with
are
you.
intelligent, dialed-in women. So it doesn't take very long to get.
But that's what we're doing on this show. The reality is that and I'm not surprised by any of that. Of course, I knew everyone was going to be intelligent and well-spoken about this. It's that there's so much research about young women that only see these messages constantly replicated and reproduced, mostly through social media, because it is so impactful right now. There's research that shows that it's directly correlated to low self-esteem, increase in eating disorders, even suicidal ideation. And so that's the part that really troubles me, is that
So
thinking
maybe
about
that's the
that.
conversation that we should be having with our children and our teens versus.
We can, but also just don't call some of this stuff empowerment and feminist
Right,
empowerment.
but I would
It's-
also,
Yeah, and
I would also
particularly on
assert-
Instagram,
Right.
because their own research
Yes, they validate
shows
that.
that even young girls, particularly 11 to 13, come away with poor body image and poor self-image and a degree of depression when they spend time on Instagram, and it's because of comparison.
Yes,
They're
it is, yeah.
comparing themselves to what are oftentimes filtered, certainly posed, sometimes after taking 300 or 400 pictures before one is posted. So it's a faulty
But
image.
they don't know
Right.
that. And of course,
of
you
course
want
they don't know
families
that.
to talk
Right,
about
right.
that. And
Of
we want
course.
media literacy
And it
in
also
schools.
goes, and it also goes to show that
not
women
a-
aren't doing this in general in the quest for equity. It's about the quest for attention. It's about the quest to make themselves feel better about themselves through their body image. And I'm loving the trend on Instagram where I see this is my body before and this is my body 10 seconds later after I let things hang out. So
Yeah.
that's good to see.
Love seeing that too.
Love
I
seeing
think that's
that.
really empowering. I think
Yeah.
obviously we need to see that too.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
When it comes to cash,
Tips to actually save money and stretch the dollars that you are spending.
If it ends in 00, that is a sell item.
You can make money by borrowing money, right?
Exactly.
Don't buy a new iPhone, buy Apple stocks. Your money's going to go a lot further.
We're about to reveal a very smart investment, and it's not what you may think. The #1 secret to making extra money. That's tomorrow. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.